How's it going, everybody? Daner here with North Central Coins, and welcome back to another episode of the most rare and valuable coins in Canada. In today's video, we're going to be taking you on a journey through the history of one of Canada's most coveted and sought after coins, known to collectors as the King of Canadian Coins. This rare piece of Canadian numismatic treasure has a rich and fascinating story that truly captivates the spirit of our great nation. From its humble beginnings to its status as one of the most iconic coins in Canada, we'll share all the juicy details that make this one Canadian coin to rule them all. So grab a seat and get ready to discover the secrets, lore, and legends behind the 1948 Canadian silver dollar. Before I do get into this, I would really appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and also hit that bell notification so you can see my new videos as they are being released. In the past, I've made several videos detailing the rare and valuable coins from Canada, the United States, Britain, New Zealand, Australia, and several other countries, and I'll be making plenty more in the future. So stay tuned for those, but what do you say we get into today's video and discuss the King of Canadian Coins, the 1948 silver dollar. Let's get it, guys. So a brief history on this coin. After the death of King Edward VII in the year 1910, his son King George V became the new King of Canada. His portrait was added to the obverse of coins minted in Canada from that point onward until his death in 1936. The first batch of coins issued during the reign of King George V did not have the abbreviation of DEI-GRA, which stands for By the Grace of God, in his title. This caused a lot of controversy, and the phrase was eventually added back. Up until the year 1935, 1 cent to 50 cent coins were regularly issued, with the 50 cent pieces being the rarest coins minted for circulation in 1911. There's also an extremely rare and legendary Canadian silver dollar that was produced in 1911. There are only a few known examples, and they have sold for over $1 million. It is one of the rarest and most valuable Canadian coins of all time. I've actually made a video on that in the past. I'll leave a link for that up in the top corner for you guys. In 1920, the composition of silver Canadian coins were changed from 92.5% sterling silver to 80% fine silver, and the size of the cent was also reduced. The last silver 5-cent coins were struck in 1921 and replaced by a larger nickel coin in 1922. There are a few scarce dates out there, such as the 1925 nickels. The rarest coin of the King George V series is the 1921 50-cent coin. The first Canadian silver $1 coin was officially issued in the year 1935 to commemorate King George V's Silver Jubilee. This coin has the famous Courrier de Bois design and is nicknamed the Voyager dollar. So let's get into some of the reasons why the 1948 Canadian silver dollar is so incredibly rare and valuable. Now, this all actually starts in the year 1947. In 1947, the coins of King George VI had the inscription of George VI 6 DG REX ET IND. I'm not going to include all the colons and dashes in there, but I will put it into the text, which meant George VI by the grace of God, King and Emperor of India. For those of you that didn't know, India was actually part of the British Empire, very similar to Canada and Australia, up until the year 1947 when they gained independence. When India became independent that year, the title of Emperor of India had to be removed from coins produced for the British Empire in the future. Despite this, there is still a need for coinage, so while waiting for the new tools and matrices to arrive from the Royal Mint, they decided to strike coins with the date of 1947, but with a maple leaf symbol added to indicate that it was actually struck in the year 1948. They did this for all of the different coin denominations, and there was a little maple leaf placed to the bottom right hand side of the 7. For some of the different denominations, there's also a few notable varieties. The 1947 nickel has the 1947 dot that you can look for, as well as the quarter. But between 1947 and 1948, there were a ton of varieties created for the half dollars and silver dollars. Most of them gravitate around the 7 and the maple leaf to the bottom right of the 7. Now, there are two acknowledged varieties for the silver $1 coin for the 7. That is the tall 7 and the short 7. The 1 cent coin is the most common of all of the 1947 coins. It also has two varieties, which is a blunt 7 and a pointed 7. The 50-cent piece also has 2 varieties for the 7. Now, I have actually personally owned one of the 1947 straight 7 maple leaf half dollars. It wasn't in the greatest condition and I do not have it anymore, but these things are out there. You can come across them in scrap silver purchases. I only paid spot for mine and I definitely got a lot more money for that when I sold it. So always keep your eyes out for the 1947 and the 1948 50-cent and $1 pieces produced with the date of 1947 in Canada. Most of them are worth a lot more than spot, and if you can get them in a scrap silver purchase, you can usually turn a pretty good profit on them. Now, what do you say we get into the coin that we all came here for, the King of Canadian Coins, or the King of Silver Dollars as it is commonly referred to as. The 1948 King George VI Canadian dollar is an extremely highly sought after coin in Canadian numismatics. It is the rarest and most valuable regular issue coin in the series of Canadian silver dollars minted from 1935 to 1967. This coin has an extremely limited mintage and holds a significant place in Canadian coin history. The 1948 silver dollar looks similar, if not identical, to the other King George VI silver dollar coins of the era, except for the date 1948 is the only thing that makes it stand out and adds the value to the coin. It only has a silver content of 80%. It is not even made of sterling silver like some of the earlier Canadian coinage. The obverse of the coin was designed by T.H. Paget, while its reverse was designed by Emmanuel Hahn and features a Canadian voyager and Native American cruising in a canoe under the northern lights on an evergreen traced lake. However, there is one minor and important change that affected the 1948 Canadian dollars. Production of the Canadian dollar was suspended in the year 1940 due to Canada's involvement in World War II. When the war ended in 1945, there was social upheaval and brewing in India, which was still under British rule. India gained independence on August 15, 1947, which affected the production of Canadian dollars. The new dies reflecting India's independence had not yet been prepared at the Royal Canadian Mint, so production of 1947 dated coinage continued into the year 1948 with those predated silver dollars containing that small maple leaf to the bottom right-hand side of the 7. Now, although the 1947 Canadian silver dollars can be extremely rare and valuable depending on which variety you have and also the grade, the Canadian Mint didn't start producing silver dollars with the date of 1948 until about halfway through the year. Also, once they received the new equipment and dies to start producing the new coins, there was a delay in production which affected the overall number of coins made. Only 18,780 1948 Canadian silver dollars were ever produced, including a few special coins made in specimen sets as well. Even coins that have been circulated or scrubbed with steel wool are extremely rare and can still fetch $1,000 today, even in the worst conditions. So some of the specifications for this coin, if any of these are off, it might indicate that it is a counterfeit. When a coin is usually this rare and has such a limited mintage, it will usually be pretty common for counterfeits to be produced, and I can guarantee you there has been a fair number of 1948 Canadian silver dollar counterfeits produced over the years. If they're pumping out the Canadian toonie in counterfeits, then they have definitely made a few of these and tried to pass them off and sell them at coin shops or maybe pawn shops over the years. But the specifications for the 1948 Canadian silver dollar, it is composed of 80% silver. It has a portrait of King George VI on the obverse of the coin. It should have a weight of 23.33 grams, a diameter of 36.06 millimeters, a thickness of 2.8 millimeters. It is in metal alignment like all Canadian coins come. The shape is round and the edge is reeded. Now let's discuss the values for what has to be definitely one of the most valuable silver dollars, not only in Canada, but the entire world. This can be worth a lot of money, even on the low end. The 1948 Canadian silver dollar can fetch you a minimum of $588 if it scores a VG8, which is basically the bottom of the Sheldon scale. So that is a coin that has seen a fair amount of wear and circulation and has been put through the meat grinder, and you can still get almost $600 for it. If you guys are ever wondering where to sell your coins, my suggestion is to find your nearest local coin shop, take your coins in to be appraised there. I get asked that all the time. Where can I sell my coins? If I have this coin, who will buy it off of me? Local coin shops are the best option to go, or auction sites are another good option. Now, on the high end, the 1948 Canadian silver dollar can be worth $2,220 for an MS-60 example. And this bad boy can be worth all the way up to $61,700 for an MS-66, which, as we know right now, is the highest graded example. If you were able to find one of these and it did get the MS-67 attribution, you could easily be talking a $100,000 coin. Now, the Canadian Mint did not officially start producing proof sets until the year 1953, so there are no Canadian 1948 silver proof-like dollars, but they did produce specimen sets in the year 1948. These 1948 specimen dollars are extremely rare and valuable, but not nearly as valuable as the circulation silver dollars. So if you aren't picky and you're looking to fill out a hole in your collection, the Canadian 1948 specimen silver dollar might be a great option, and honestly the finish and strike quality on it is usually much better than the circulation strikes anyways, so you're honestly paying less money for a better coin in terms of the 1948 specimen silver dollar. In terms of value, it can be worth around $2,500 for a specimen 60 example, which is on the low end of the SP scale. It can be worth around $4,900 for an SP 63 example, and all the way up to $13,500 for an SP 66. If it got the SP 67 designation, it could easily push $20,000. If it got a cameo attribution as well, could definitely add a premium to the coin. So in conclusion, the 1948 Canadian silver dollar is not only one of the most rare and valuable dollar coins in Canada, but it may actually be one of the most legendary coins in all of Canadian numismatics. What are your thoughts on this coin? What would you do if you think you found a legit example, or if you already own one? Let me know down in the comments. Also, if you guys would smash that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and also hit that bell notification so you can follow along with my new videos as they are being released. I would also like to announce that I have partnered with Lighthouse Canada. They are one of the largest and most reputable coin supply companies in the entire world. They have a website with a massive selection and inventory that can cover everything in your coin collecting needs. They have coin flips, they have microscopes, they make the absolute best Canadian coin albums on the market. They have solution that can clean your coins as well as revealing the older dates on your coins. So if you'd like to shop this amazing selection of coin gear, then go to lighthousecanada.ca, and you can also enter the promo code DANE20 at your checkout for 20% off of your order. I've also partnered with Charlton Press. They produce the absolute best Canadian coin catalogs with the most accurate and detailed information you can find for Canadian coins. I actually get a lot of the information for my videos from my Charlton guide. So if you guys would like to check out their awesome catalogs filled with just so much dense information on Canadian numismatics, then go to charltonpress.com, and you can also enter the promo code there, DANE20, at your checkout for 20% off of your order. So that is lighthousecanada.ca, charltonpress.com, enter the promo code DANE20 at your checkout for 20% off of your order. I would like to thank you all so much for watching, but until the next one, everybody, peace out and have a good one, y'all.